Hi, Ink Teacher here with another video tutorial on how to draw the human figure and people from imagination and memory. Today I would like to talk about the very beginning steps of drawing a figure, and also this is also how to take notation on position and the way people move. So I always start out with one line, and if I want to draw a figure just standing there it is right there. If I want to draw a figure running ahead very quickly, it would be more like that. And this is something that I take with me when I leave the paper. Whenever I'm around people, in my mind I'm taking mental notes on the way they hold their arms, the way they stand, and it's been a very important part of my artistic practice to study people, their posture, the way they sit. And so when starting to draw a figure, I start out with these are real basic ways of working out where everything is going to go in a very quick fashion. There's the one line, and I would like to talk about the direction of gravity. So the direction of gravity is going down like this. We're level with the figure, and I want to have, so here's the figure right here, roughly divided in half. We'll bring one leg down and another leg out. And so this one leg is supporting the weight of the figure. So kind of the direction of gravity goes along one line, and the balance and counterbalance has to do with what happens on either side of this line. And most of the time a person is in a state of counterbalance. All the body parts are incrementally not aligned with each other, but all together create a balance. And this can happen in a zigzag fashion or in various other fashions. So here are the hips here. Let's go ahead and bring this leg out. And this one's just relaxed. So the thrust is here, and that throws the hips more in this direction. So I want to go ahead and the chest barrel, I want to throw it back in this direction, and I want to throw the head back in this direction for the kind of zigzag fashion. And this the hip is going to be higher on this side and lower on this side. That leg's coming out. And so I hope my tutorials are useful to you. I post them to get the word out about a story I'm working on at solomation.com. I post free episodes of my illustrated story. So if you have a few minutes, please check it out. Thank you. If it were just, if this were it right here, it would lean this way, and to counter that you have the chest barrel leaning the other way to counteract the fact that the rest of this wants to lean this way, and it just continues on. And then the head here leaning back this way, all of these combined create a sense of balance. And when the weight is on one leg, which is really common, a lot of the times arms naturally fall into a place that create more balance for the fact that the leg scenario makes the figure want to go that way. If you can make the character follow the laws of gravity, then it's much more convincing and seems much more solid. And in general, the more vertical the direction, the balance line is in the character, the more still they are. And if you want to create a sense of action, a great way to do that, the direction of balance in a character, if you lean it down towards the horizontal, like if you're going to draw someone sprinting, you really want to go ahead and have that line leaned way forward, and that creates a sense of action, because if they were just standing still, they would fall over. But because they are running, they're pushing forward, and it's a great way to get put a sense of action into the drawing. And so when I'm taking notations on position, I'm not thinking about proportion. As you can see, the legs here, this one would be, if I were to draw these legs as their length as seen from the front, this leg would be this long and this leg would be this long. But what I'm doing is starting to get a sense of just how everything is angled, and then it makes it easier from there to work out exactly where the character is going to go. This line of balance, by no means does it need to be straight. You could have a person falling, and usually, you can have one leg out like that, another leg out like that, and chest barrel, and their arms like they're reaching for something, their head is pushed forward. And the thing about first starting a character in a general line is it makes it much easier. Drawing is, in a sense, you're pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. You're basically pulling something out of thin air. If you start out with one line, that gives you something that you can start to stick everything onto. And so people's postures, they really move in a lot of different ways. And if you can take quick notations, and that's all you're doing, you're just taking notations on where their limbs are moving and how, so let's throw this person's legs back like this, and here's the direction of balance down here, or here's the direction of balance here, here's the center of gravity here. So we're going to have the figure lean way back like this to counterbalance that, especially if they're reaching forward with their arms this way. And so all of these principles working together in taking quick notations about the movement, how people are moving, is a great way to start drawing the human figure. And it gives you something to build onto and makes it a lot easier. And I'll go ahead and finish this tutorial. Please take the time to enjoy my animation work at solomation.com. It's an animated film I'm working on.